vehicle by saying that all my lights and reflectors on the front of the vehicle are the proper color and they're clean. They are properly mounted and secured. They're not cracked, broken, missing. They all work. Next, I'm going to look underneath the vehicle, make sure the truck isn't leaning to the left or to the right, indicating any damage. And I'll check that there's no puddles or drips coming from the engine or the transmission. Come over here to the side. Here, come over this way, Alex. I need to tell him that I'm going to check for my 3 critical fluids, which will be my engine oil, my power steering fluid, and my coolant. And you say that they are all between the add and the full lines. All the caps are present and tight, and there is no leaks. Now you say how I would check them. The coolant will always be in a clear container, so I always visually check it. The oil will always be checked with a dipstick. And the only one you gotta kind of check for is the power steering fluid. If it's in a solid container like this, it will have a little miniature dipstick right here, or it will be in a clear container like that, and you would visually check it, okay? It's about 50-50 on what you're gonna see. All right, now I need to say, I'm gonna check all my belts and hoses on both sides of the engine to make sure there's no abrasions, bulges, cuts, or leaks. I'm also going to check that there's no air leaks coming from anywhere around the engine. No air leaks. This guy right here is the power steering gearbox, or just steering gearbox. It is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, broken, or leaking. Also, all the hoses coming to and from it have no abrasions, bulges, cuts, or leaks. Now, the steering linkage, you say all the parts and then describe it, all right? So, this one that hangs down here is called the pitman arm. All right, pitman arm. Just think, this one drags back, is your drag link. Just remember, it drags backwards. The next one, that's about the size of your finger, is this one right here, steering knuckle, okay? Steering knuckle, about the size of your finger. And then all the way back here at the back, that cylindrical bar that's back there, about the size of the stick that I'm holding, that's your tie rod. All right? Now, you don't have to be that detailed on where you're pointing. All you have to do on your test is go, my pitman arm, my drag link, my steering knuckle, and my tie rod are all properly mounted and secured. They're not cracked, bent, or broken. There's no loose or worn out joints, and I'm not missing any castle nuts or cotter keys. All right, they're all held together with castle nuts or cotter keys. You guys say none of those are missing. All right, suspension. This is a front spring mount here. There's a rear spring mount back underneath the cab. You just say front and rear spring mounts, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. This is a single leaf spring. Normally there's more than one. So you would say my leaf springs are properly mounted, secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. There are none missing, and they have not shifted. I think this is a single leaf spring, or there is one missing. Shock absorber. Properly mounted, secured, not cracked, bent, broken, or leaking, because there's fluid in there. Cracked, bent, broken, or leaking. This rubber hose right here. Brake hose. All right, brake hose. Properly mounted, secured, no abrasions, bulges, cuts, or leaks. The fittings on both ends are installed properly.